Welcome to the Profitpreneur Power Play podcast, your daily dose of strategies, insights, and action steps to grow your business and build your freedom. It's time to stop playing small and start making power plays.
Hello. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, we got a lot to get into today. So I'm just going to jump right into it because this is a part 2 of something that we touched on last week, which is all about affiliate marketing, especially as we go into 2026. You want to know all of this stuff. If you missed the last episode, why? Go back and watch it. All right, so let's get into this. Today, my people, we are talking about or I'm talking to the folks that are interested in affiliate marketing, but they're thinking, you know what? My bank account is not really participating with me on this one, right? So if you've ever said, I'll start if I have some money to invest right now, well, this episode is for you. We're going to get into so much. I've got notes. So if I'm not looking at you, it's because I got to get this out for you guys. So we're getting into things like why being broke does not disqualify you from affiliate marketing, what you actually need to get started that doesn't cost any money, free platforms, free tools, free traffic, and how to use them strategically. And if we have time, which we may not, but if we don't, next week, we're going to get into a simple 0 budget action plan that you can start that very week. And even going into some real talk about why free YouTube alone is not enough and what is. If you want to profit, if you want to earn like a professional and earn an actual living, okay? Because yes, you can start with no money. I'm sorry. I feel like I have to sneeze. Okay. I'm okay. Please don't sneeze while I'm on this live stream. So here's the thing. Although you can start with no money, you cannot stay allergic to investing, okay, and expect some full-time income. That is not how any profession works. So this is going to be part 2 of our now 4-part affiliate marketing for beginners series. So like I said, if you missed part 1 where I broke down what affiliate marketing really is, because a lot of people have it confused and they don't really understand it, and also how to even get started with that in terms of your initial planning and picking, what you're going to do, why you're doing it, who you're doing this for, yada, yada. Make sure you go back and grab that after this one. Okay. So now let's rewrite this whole no money, no, I can't get started story. Okay. Because I promise you that excuse expires today, like old nasty spoiled milk. Here we go. Number 1, let's put this up on the screen. No money does not disqualify you. I'm going to say that again. No money does not disqualify you. Okay. So let's start with that. Being broke, or maybe not broke, but your budget's kind of tight. You're stretched. You're recovering from some financial decisions you made way back in 2016. You're still working on. Well, guess what? None of that disqualifies you from affiliate marketing. Oh, what does disqualify you is an unwillingness. Okay. So the thing that we typically see around online is, people flexing their ad spend. Oh, I spend $20,000 a month on ads. Like, what the hell? We don't have that, right? Or screenshots of I made $50K in 3 days. Come on. Not saying it cannot be done, but folks getting started ain't making that anywhere. Okay. Or I scaled this to 6 figures without doing or touching a single thing, just vibes and funnels. It's ridiculous. So when you see those kinds of things, it's easy to start believing that you need some money first before you even start. But the truth is affiliate marketing is an effort. Let's put this up. We're going to make this the Val quote today. I think I have this for the screen. Okay. Affiliate marketing is an effort first game, not a money first game. Okay. Now money can speed things up. So you want to make sure that you have some money to get started as soon to start using as soon as you can. But you can absolutely at least lay the foundation with 0 budget. That is, if you are willing to trade time, energy, and consistency while your money's catching up with you. Okay, so instead of saying, I can't start because I'm broke, nobody's giving me a break, I didn't get a chance, I don't have any money to stop that. Okay. And instead, you can start saying, I'm starting now, and my early strategy is time heavy instead of money heavy for now. And eventually we'll even it out. And then we can start putting more money into it so I can spend less time on it. Okay. When you're planning like that, it's a different kind of energy. Okay. One that I can't, well, see, I'm getting so much on my plate and so much is going on. And all of that is victim mindset. We ain't got time for that. Okay. But the other one is that CEO mindset, that true entrepreneurial spirit, that kind of mindset that just happens to be in a tight season. Okay. So now let's move on to the next part. Pop this up on the screen, which is what you actually need that's free. Okay, we're going to get into the free parts first and then maybe a little low budget stuff after. All right, so let's talk about what you do need. And spoiler alert, none of it requires a credit card. Okay, so here is your starter list. We're going to put this on the screen. Number one, you need a clear niche or problem that you're helping people to solve. Okay, number two, you need one type of person that you're talking to. This is your customer persona, right? Or some people call it your avatar, what have you, right? Your ideal audience, target audience. Number three, you need at least one product that you genuinely believe in, right? And I talked about this a little more in depth in the last episode of this, the first part. The importance of actually using or actually applying what it is that you are now trying to refer people to. It's just like I had mentioned with the dentist, right? I had a dentist who also had somewhat of an affiliate program. It was a referral program. You brought him new patients and you got something out of it, right? So I would not refer people to a dentist that I wasn't going to myself or I didn't have experience with. There's a major difference there. And it makes you feel more authentic. It makes you feel more honest when you do it that way, right? And not the Al Bundy example I gave you in the last episode. Okay, number four, choose one free platform where you can consistently show up. Now, consistently doesn't necessarily mean daily, all day, every day. It just means that you do it on a schedule, a regular basis. So consistent doesn't have to be a day. And then number five is a basic willingness to learn and to test. Okay. This is not the time for you to want to step into your perfection zone. Okay. And I'm a perfectionist. All of this has to be right. We got to do. No, because when you test, this means that there will be some tests that fail. This means that you will stumble on occasion. This means you'll be, dare I say it, y'all, wrong. I know. You're going to be wrong sometimes. You're going to make mistakes. Oh my gosh. But guess what? That's a part of being human. So enjoy. You get to be your actual human self when it comes to business, especially this kind of a business. Okay. So be willing to make mistakes and learn from them, though. That's the important part. Okay. That's it. You do not need a $97 a month funnel builder. Not yet. You will need a funnel builder, but not yet. Like, we still don't even know what you're going to offer. Slow down. Okay. You don't need a $200 logo yet. When you're ready to start branding yourself, when you even know what your brand is, then yeah. Okay. You don't need $1,000 course as your first move. Okay. You will probably need a course or a program or some kind of mentor, somebody that can guide you along the way, but you don't need to just go heavy on all that stuff right off. Okay. And you don't need the fancy microphones, cameras, or a studio just yet. Y'all, I've been doing this for years and I still I don't even know if the lighting's right today. It does what it wants to do, child. I need to get a different kit. So you don't have to be perfect. Okay. What you need is clarity and execution. Okay. So if you listen to part one from last week, then you already know my framework that I gave you, right? Problem, person, product, and platform. If you want details about that, you got to go back and watch. Okay. Anyway, that still applies here. We're just putting some special emphasis on free ways to validate your idea, free ways to create content, and free ways to get traffic. So think of today's episode as how to run the problem, person, product, platform framework on a $0 budget, while also understanding that at some point you will need to invest in skills if you want pro level results. Okay. So we're not anti-investment over here, anti-spend money. Like some people have this unfortunate belief that if you got to spend money, it's a scam. And yet they spend money they ain't got on student loans, right? They go take out a loan for their education. And I don't see anything wrong with that. You wouldn't say, what? I got to pay for it up front. And y'all know I ain't got no damn money because I'm only 18. Nope, nobody does that, right? Or I'm going back to school and I'm 35 or 40 and I'm going back to school so I can earn more money because I'm not making enough as it is. And y'all want me to pay for the Nobody says that college is a scam because of that. I think it is, but I'm just saying. I think it's crazy that I don't think it's a scam that you have to pay for it first. I think it's a scam that you have to take all these classes that have nothing to do with your actual concentration, but that's just me. Anyway, you don't look at that like that. You don't look at the fact that, if you want to buy a new home, you need this huge chunk of money up front. And most of us don't have that in cash. We don't have the money for the whole house in cash. And so there are things that you have to do, and you take out a mortgage, right? Nobody says, wait, what? I had to pay for it up front. Oh my God, that's a scam. Nobody does that. And then when it comes to business though, all of a sudden, what? I got to pay to learn these skills? Scam. How is that a scam? Crazy, right? Anyway, that's not what we're about over here. We're not going to tell you should never spend money. The best thing that you can do is put more money into something than your time, because time is how we measure your life. So if you're wasting time, you're wasting your life away. Okay. And if you are learning what to do by investing money in learning, right? Investing money in gathering and producing and creating and building the skills, then what's going to happen is it's going to save you a lot of money and a lot of time in the long run. Okay. So we want to focus on just putting things in proper sequence and not focus on free all the time. Are you following me? I really do hope so, because you cannot build a business with no money forever. But these starting stages that we're talking about, absolutely, you don't need much money for that. Okay. So now let's get into our next segment. Let's pull this up on the screen. No budget versus low budget. Okay. Now we got to define these terms real quick, because I also want to get into the learning budget truth. Okay. So when I say no money, I am talking about no ad spend, no paid software, and no new shiny purchases specifically for just the affiliate business right now. Okay. And speaking of the no paid software, this is one of the reasons why we include some business software into your Profitpreneur membership, so that you can at least get started and you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, that's an added expense. You're welcome. Okay. Because listen, you might still have bills. Obviously, you might be paying, for your phone, your internet, your laptop that you already own, and that's fine. But what we're not doing is taking out loans for your first funnel or putting random software on credit cards when you're already stressed out, or convincing yourself that you need $500 worth of tools just to post your first video. Okay. So for now, we're running on no new expenses on tools, all strategy and all sweat equity right now. Okay. So let me say this part though. Let me say this real clear. Okay. You do not need money to start in the realm of affiliate marketing, but you do need money to start learning the proper skills if you want to be treated like and paid like a professional. Think about it. Nurses don't learn nursing from binge watching YouTube videos. Could you imagine going to your phlebotomist, right? which, by the way, I hate needles. If y'all didn't know this about me, I don't like blood being drawn. I don't like IVs going in. I literally have to cover it up with a blanket. Like, I can't look at that. Right? I just can't. So imagine my phlebotomist comes up to me and, hey, I'm here to draw your blood. And I'm like, oh God, I don't like needles. I don't want this to hurt. And they're like, it's okay. I learned everything I know off YouTube. I got you. I would be like, oh, hell no, it's time to get up. It's time to get out of here. I wouldn't, hell no. And y'all, it's true, right? So same thing. Why you think people supposed to trust you as somebody that knows what the hell you doing? And all you did was watch YouTube videos. Now, don't get me wrong. You're watching me right now. You're getting a lot of great tips. You're getting better understanding. Yes, that's great. But you're not getting no skills, because skills require practice. And you need someone there with you who knows what they're doing while you're practicing learning how to do something you didn't know how to do before. You need that. You just do. Unless you like, gambling. You just want to luck out. But that's not business. All right. So yeah, nurses didn't, phlebotomists don't learn from watching YouTube. Nurses don't. Electricians don't become electricians off a TikTok compilation, right? And even your current job, some kind of training was involved. A certification, a degree, on-the-job training, something. Even flipping burgers at McDonald's. Then they got that hamburger or something like that. Oh, you had to go through some training. So you knew their sequence, you knew the operation, right? So this idea that I'm going to build an entire career off of nothing but free YouTube videos and never invest a dime in any real education, child, that is the Lulu fantasy land, okay? So free YouTube is amazing for getting curious and understanding the basics and seeing what's possible. But if you want to replace your income, build a real brand, create predictable grown folk money, then you cannot stay in YouTube University forever. Okay. At some point, you need structure, you need curriculum, you need feedback, you need a strategy. So that doesn't mean that you need to go and drop, your college tuition money on this, but you do need a plan for a learning budget as you grow. And that's exactly why we created the Profitpreneur, so that you're not out here paying university prices just to learn how to make $30 commissions, okay? But you get advanced, organized training without that, oh my God, I just signed my life away type of student loan energy, okay? But for now, in this episode, I want you to know that you can be free, right? You can start in a way that is free, and your growth will require an investment. I just want to make sure that's clear. Okay. I think I have time to go through one more quick segment. So let's pop this on the screen about choosing a niche with zero budget. Okay. Ooh. So let's walk through how to choose your niche when you're not paying for fancy keyword tools. Okay. So this part is so simple. People overlook it. Okay. You're going to use YouTube, Google, and your brain. Okay. So step one, boom, ask yourself, what do you actually care about? You're doing this with time, not money. So please don't pick a niche that you hate. That's going to be crazy. So ask yourself questions like, what do people come to me for advice about? What problems have I personally solved for myself? What am I willing to talk about a lot without wanting to scream? Okay. Now, step two is to type that into a YouTube search and see what it auto completes. Start typing and just kind of wait a second and see what YouTube pulls up, right? So for example, weight loss over 40, Bible study for beginners, work from home jobs, credit repair, how to start a YouTube channel, and see what phrases pop up. Those suggestions that do pop up, that is free market research. All right, you ready for step three? Here it is. Look at a few top videos. Check, what are the titles? What are the thumbnails promising? What do people complain about or ask for in the comment section as well? Sometimes I go straight to the comments before I even watch the full video, right? So if you're looking for patterns like this is great, but I wish someone would show me XYZ. Or I hate when gurus skip this part. Or nobody talks about this side of it. See, those gaps, that is where you get to swoop in. And like I said, we'll go deeper into this when we come back for the next part of this, okay? The next step, what are we on? Step 4, decide on a direction. Niche doesn't mean microscopic though, okay? So you don't have to be like, how to meal prep for left-handed redheads who live in Arizona, okay? You don't have to be that specific. You just need enough clarity to say something like, I help busy women over 40 lose weight without extreme diets. Or, I help new believers learn how to read the Bible without feeling confused or ashamed. Or, I help new creators start affiliate marketing with simple, honest strategies. Like me. Okay. And that is plenty specific for your first 6 to 12 months. All right. So let me pause here. We'll come back to the next half of this whole section. Okay. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any notes that I definitely needed to share now in this video. Okay. Yeah. Again, let me just pause it so you can sit with this and actually choose your niche. And then in the next episode, I'm going to show you how to find beginner-friendly affiliate programs, what free platforms to use, and how to put this into a simple zero-budget action plan. So if this helped you, make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss the next part, because I will be back with that. And I may even do that this Thursday. Okay, so we can catch back up and make sure that I get you all the pieces by next week. I want to make sure you got everything. Okay, so that, I believe, is pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, the only thing left that I can think of is, if you're finally ready to move past random free tips and actually learn this like it's a profession, because it is. Right. I want you to check the description box. I'm going to have links to the Profitpreneur and other resources so that you can stop trying to piece everything together alone, and start getting real, guided support from people who have been there and done that. If you missed in that the last episode, I actually showed a screenshot, and I guess I'll show it again real quick. Okay. Affiliate marketing is just one of 4 income streams that we teach you inside of Profitpreneur. You can either choose just one income stream to focus on learning, or you can learn them all and then decide later which one you want to focus on. But, and I know you probably need to pause this or zoom in with your phone or whatever you want to do, child. But since 2016, so it's been almost 10 years for me and Sunny, that we have been bringing in affiliate commissions. Okay, so I'm showing mine in particular on this shot, but this is not hard to do. So yes, I've had some $1,000 days. I've had the 830 something days. I've had $1,200 days, $1,400 days. I've even had, well, another day that I had was from a different stream, so I won't mention that one. But just so you know, okay, really important for you to know. All right. Sounds good. Hey, Genevieve. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss your comments. Cool. All right. So just remember, if this episode helped you, I want you to take 2 seconds to give us a like, subscribe, share this with somebody who keeps saying, I'll start when I have the money, so that you can show them, child, you got to listen to this because you don't even need no money right now. I just found that out. So share that with them. So again, I'm Valerie Walton, and you are not here to just hustle, randomly. You're here to build something that actually pays you back. So we'll see you back here for that next episode. All right. Same time, same channel. Thanks so much. Bye.